It's all you, MP.
The Lakers coming through the tunnel with swagger. This looks like it. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And so the tip-off, it's Miami. Greg, you know, we talk about these intercoastal rivalries, and this one's been pretty contentious over the years.
I love it. And some of these matchups have, you know, they've been watered down recently, but not this one. There is some true animosity between the teams. Let's get ready for some fireworks.
So the opening lineup for the Heat. Gary Trent is out there with Terry Rozier. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Jovic in at the 4. At the line. That free throw good from the Beast. Well, it doesn't seem to matter, Brent, who they bring in. Everyone seems to fit in this system in Miami.
Well, their identification process and their scouting, they do a fantastic job of putting guys in here who are hungry to go about their business. So it's a nice mix. You have young guys, you have veterans, and then they have the right star to follow.
Here's the Beast. Heat knocking down the tray. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Rozier with the steal. All sorts of time. Here's Adebayo. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Yeah, those possessions like zombies staying alive out there, courtesy of Bam Adebayo.
Out left to the wing. Here's the Beast. Misses the 3. Heat have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Rozier kicks to Adebayo. Pass to Butler. Good work defensively by Hachimura.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Harris passes to Davis. Good, and Harris gets the assist.
Well, for Tobias Harris to take this step, getting away from scoring and finding teammates to become a more adept passer, it's good signs.
Now, here's Trent. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. To the inside. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Now you try your best defensively to push Bam away from the rim. That's easier said than done.
To the middle. It's stolen by Adebayo. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Here's Jovic. No good with the triple.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
And it's Davis with the jam.
Great work by the team there to find AD. They make eye contact, and the rest of that is history.
Miami's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Rozier. Hachimura grabs the miss. Last outing for Miami, it was a loss to the Chicago Bulls.
And that was a tough one. They expected to play well and did, just not well enough.
Categorically, you look at that box score from that last game, and they outplayed their opponent in so many areas. I thought it was going to at least come down to a buzzer beater, but it did not.
Now here is Hachimura. Jimmy Butler unable to get his last shot to go.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
We always see Terry Rozier going all out, don't we, Greg, to make an impact offensively.
Kevin, I just love the way his offensive repertoire has evolved over the years. This guy came in as just a hard-nosed, tough defender, but boy, offensively, his skill set and development on that end is off the charts.
And the Lakers have possession. Following the miss by Gary Trent Jr. Back to Hachimura. Passes it to the Beast. Clock at 6. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Corner shot. Jump shot is good that time.
Not a lot of rush in that possession for Tobias Harris.
And here's Rozier. He brings it up for the Heat. 4-point game. Adebayo with a screen for Trent. And Adebayo throws it down.
Now, there are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
To the paint, here's the Beast, and he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Well, Hachimura not known as a playmaker, but unselfish play, that is part of his game.
Rozier for 3. Third time is not the charm. 0 for 3 from the floor so far. Here's the Beast. Rozier defending. Here's Harris. Rebound by the Heat.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
Butler kicks to Rozier. And it's off from three-point range. And that does it for the first quarter. Lakers lead by 4. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming. Checked in for the Lakers. The Beast comes in for Austin Rivers. The Heat also changing it up. Trent's checked in for Duncan Robinson. And Terry Rozier subbed in for McDaniels. On the floor for Miami, they've got Jimmy Butler. Gary Trent is out there with Terry Rozier. Then there's Obi Toppin. And it's Jaquez in at the 4 slot. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And the dunk by Boucher.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. The Beast in the last matchup against New York was outstanding. He scored 22 points, and he was dominant at the offensive end with a high field goal percentage as well. Really displaying incredible hustle during this run. Guys just can't keep up with him. Kevin?
Yeah, David, he was in attack mode all night long. GA really propelled them to that win.
When he's on, he is on. And there isn't all that much you can do to stop him.
And sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
Pass to Jaquez. Heat moving the ball around. Butler against Hachimura. They get it back.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
A great vision by Davis showing off those point guard skills from back in high school.
The Heat trail by 11. Trent outside. Butler on the wing. Toppin sets a screen for Butler. Boucher with the rebound. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Hachimura the pass to the Beast. Again, the Lakers.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
By this time of the season, I think it's fair, Greg, to say we know the identity of these teams. How much are you worried about record at this point if you're a player?
And Kevin, I wouldn't worry about record as much as I do camaraderie and execution. And I also look at the schedule up to this point. How has the team fared against tough competition?
Here's the Beast, Rozier defending. The Beast passes to Davis. Here's the Beast. 9 points in the game so far. The three from Harden. And Rozier pulls it down. The Heat trail by 11. And here's Trent outside. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Trent's got his first 3 points of the game.
And once Rozier spots that hole in the defense, he just doesn't hesitate. Just sends the ball to an open shooter.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Tobias Harris is checked in for Chris Boucher. And it's Austin Reeves in for James Harden. The Beast can't hit. The Heat have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. And it's Rozier missing.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Here's the Beast. And again, no good by the Lakers.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Now the pass to Jovic. Here's Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Well, on the attack, Jimmy Butler playing with that edge.
Here's the Beast. Rozier defending. Here's the Beast. Pass to Reeves. The dish to Harris. From 13. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Los Angeles, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Thank you for joining us. Getting right to the...
Obviously, the bench gave them a big lift. To credit the front office for loading up on scorers. You can never have too many of them.
And let's take a glance. And that is it for halftime.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Here's Reeves. Harris is out there with Hachimura. And it's the Beast. And there's Davis. And it's Reeves in at the 2. That's the group starting the second half for Darvin Ham.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Inside. And he dunks it down.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
And that's exactly what you want to start the second half. Smart play call.
Halftime talks can go all over the board, but right there coming out, that's the way you want to start the half. Be aggressive.
Adebayo, and Davis sends it back.
Look at the defense on display there from Davis. Lines up the shot, and with perfect timing, swats it away.
Clock at 4. No one near Rozier as he lets it fly. And a miss there on the triple.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
The Beast passes to Reeves. To the wing on the left. Fires the 3. Sticks another. 3 more from the Beast. The Beast's got 16.
And how about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
And the first time out of the game called for the Heat. Hey, Brent, in recent years, we've seen the rise of sports analytics conventions. Pro basketball negotiation competition. I mean, they're really digging deep.
Well, they're not only digging deep, Kevin, but they're giving a tremendous opportunity to a swath of people that never thought they'd be part of the NBA. Look, if you're not 6'8" with a 35-inch vertical, that doesn't mean that you still don't have a place at the table in the NBA if you study hard enough, or you can make contributions to what the business side of basketball is all about. But this has been a night where you could look at his shooting and his performance, and it's affected the team. That's the bottom line.
Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Drops in the layup for 2. The Beasts got the lead up to 13 now for the Lakers.
I'm not sure what the coach said at halftime, but whatever it did, it's lit a fire. They're now 4 of 4 from the field to start their offense here in the second half.
Pass to Jovic. Davis against Adebayo. Pass to Jovic. And Butler puts up a deep 3. And again, it's the Heat missing.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
The pass to Harris. Down low. Here's the Beast. Not going to go that time. Some solid defense from Rozier. So Rozier will bring it up for the Miami Heat, trailing by 13.
And the importance of Adebayo to this team cannot be overstated.
Well, what they rely on most, Greg, we know, is the defensive impact he's going to make. So selfless down there to throw his body around, block shots, get out and guard pick and rolls. And he does it so consistently for this squad. It gives them a chance to win every night because Bam's willing to do the dirty work.
The Heat trail by 15. Butler feeling out of it. Adebayo with a screen on Hachimura. Here's Butler. Here's Adebayo. And Davis sends it back. Hachimura the pass to Harris. Here's the Beast, defended by Butler. Pass to Hachimura. Inside. Shots good by the Beast. The Beasts got 11 points here in just the second half. Timeout called the Heat. And the Lakers with some changes. Chris Boucher comes in for Davis, and it's James Harden in for Harris. And the Heat making a change here. There's 1:17 left in the third. Passes it to Adebayo. Now here's Trent. Adebayo with a screen on Harden. Trent finds Adebayo. Boucher with the steal. Up the floor. And Harden with the stuff.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
Here's Rozier. Trying to end the drought. Can't get the layup.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
To the left wing. Hachimura the pass to Harden. To the middle. Here's Reeves. Rozier defending from deep three-point territory. Harden, no good. The Heat trail by 19. And it's Trent in the corner. He kicks it to Toppin. And again, it's the Heat missing.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter.
28.
Let's listen in on what Eric Spoelstra had to say to his team.
Trust it. Good to great.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for the Heat, they've got Robinson. He's out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Toppin in at the 5, roaming the paint. And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here is Robinson. Pass to Hawkins. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Shot clock at 6.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post.
Oh, man. Caution.
That is just nasty.
About the athleticism on that finish. Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg, believe me.
My
But confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Shots good by the Beast.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Butler against Harden. Toppin sets a screen for Butler. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Greg, there's been a scoring surge throughout the league. Is that due to poor defense, or is it to the... Substitutes call time here.
Timeout called for the Lakers. Once again, your Laker girls dance team.
To the paint, here's Reeves. And it's Miami with the rebound. Trent outside. Here's Butler. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Los Angeles leading by 22. Lakers working the ball around now. Rozier with the steal. To the inside. The kick outside to Butler. Drills it from outside.
Trying more and more to utilize the three-pointer. It's a good idea. That's his second 3 of the game. 1 in each half.
Reeves the pass to the Beast. And good that time. And it's now 26 points for the Beast.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Here's Butler. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Hard to believe, isn't it, Brent? The three-point line was introduced as a 1-year trial back in 1979.
Yeah, crazy. It was so successful in the ABA, and then the 79-80 season kicks in. And if you remember, Kevin, Chris Ford, the first player from the Boston Celtics that was able to knock down the NBA's official first three-pointer.
The pass to Hachimura. Inside, here's the Beast. Pass to Reeves. 6 to shoot. The Beast passes to Harris. Over Rozier. A nice shot by Harris. And the Lakers lead by 21.
Tobias Harris can knock down shots from a lot of spaces on the floor. He is definitely an offensive threat.
And the basket by Rozier. Rozier's got his first bucket of the night.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Excellent play. Just adding fuel to the fire and really trying to put this one out of reach.
This is what great players try to do. They're not allowing the opposition to gain any kind of hope to try and get back in the game.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. The Heat trail by 21.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Lakers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that. And man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for the Beast.
And this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
McDaniels, and the basket is good. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's the Beast. McDaniels defending. Passes to Boucher. Out to the wing. Here's the Beast. Bangs home the trifecta. The Beast's got 33 points.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Now, here is Robinson. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they